Your cat is stressed right now, not because of anything dramatic. It's because of something you did this morning, without even thinking, the way you do it every single day. You meant it as love, but your cat read it as a threat. And the worst part? You'll almost certainly do it again before lunch. It turns out that's just one of 9 ordinary habits, all done out of love, and every one of them quietly raising the stress in the cat you're trying to protect. Stay with me to the end, and you'll start reading your cat the way it has spent years reading you. And that final habit, number 9, you almost certainly did it this week, with the very best intentions, and it quietly erased a map your cat spent months building. But it all begins with something far smaller, with the way you look at your cat. Number 1, you stare at your cat, you catch it across the room, and something about it makes you stop and look. So you hold that look because you love looking at it. But to your cat, that's not affection. It's a predator locking on. You see, a long, unblinking stare is exactly how cats signal a threat. Researchers at the University of Sussex, led by Dr. Karen McComb, proved it back in 2020. They found that cats actually relax when a person slow blinks at them. You just half close your eyes, slowly, the way a calm cat does, and your cat reads it as a peace signal. A hard stare does the opposite. It puts your cat on guard, the same way a rival would on its own territory. So that quiet moment you treasure can feel, to your cat, more like a standoff, and the animal you adore ends up feeling watched instead of loved. The fix is simple. Break your stare first, give one slow blink, then look away. Then watch what your cat does back. Number 2, the way you reach down to pet your cat. Picture it, your cat is on the floor and you reach down from above, your hand coming over the top of its head to give it a loving stroke. The head ducks, then the body flinches, just slightly, and you barely even notice. But that flinch is ancient. Because for a small cat, the deadliest danger has always come from above. Hawks, owls, anything that drops out of the sky. So a large shape coming down over its head trips that alarm a split second before your cat realizes the hand is yours. You mean comfort, but the oldest part of its brain reads an attack. And so the gentlest gesture ends up carrying a flicker of fear inside it. Do it every day and you slowly teach caution where you wanted closeness. So come from the side instead, never the top. Offer your hand low, around chest height, and let your cat lean in. Then stroke along the cheek and chin, not down onto the skull. Number 3, the moment you pick your cat up, you scoop it into your arms because you want it close, but it goes stiff, the legs brace, and within seconds it's twisting to get down, leaving you feeling a little rejected. But that stiffness isn't rejection at all, it's fear. Because when you lift a cat off the ground, you take away the one thing it relies on most, the ability to run. A cat may be a hunter, but it's also prey, and a prey animal that can't escape tips straight into fight or flight. Held in the air with no way down, your cat feels something close to what you'd feel dangling over a drop with nothing to hold onto. So it isn't being difficult. It's frightened in the arms of the one it trusts most. And every forced cuddle quietly links your affection to that helpless feeling. So over time, it trusts your hands a little less. Instead, let your cat come to you. Sit down, wait, and let it choose the contact. And when you do have to lift it, put it down the second it asks. Number 4, the noise you've stopped noticing. The television sits at a volume that feels perfectly normal to you. The vacuum roars to life without warning. You raise your voice across 2 rooms, your cat bolts, and you tell yourself it's just overreacting. But your cat isn't overreacting. It simply hears a world that you can't. It picks up high, thin sounds hiding inside your appliances, your electronics, even your light fittings. Sounds you have no idea are even playing. So a noise that's nothing to you can land like a spike to a system built to hear a mouse breathing under the floor. Which means the home you find peaceful can be, to your cat, a place that keeps ambushing it, and startle by startle, all that stress quietly adds up. So turn the baseline down. Lower the television, give your cat a warning before the vacuum, and keep one quiet room it can always escape to. And if you're still watching this far in, you're already treating your cat differently than most owners ever will. So subscribe to Cat Analyze, because number 9 is the one that almost no loving owner ever suspects. Number 5. The bowl you feed your cat from. There's a cat who walks away from a full bowl every single day. Her owner is convinced she's just fussy, or spoiled, or being difficult about her food, but she isn't. Her whiskers hurt. And whiskers aren't simple hairs. They're packed with nerves, sensitive enough to feel a shift in the air from clear across the room. So when you push them against the steep sides of a deep, narrow bowl, meal after meal, you get what's called whisker fatigue. Imagine eating every single meal with something dragging across your face the whole time. That's exactly why your cat dips in, pulls back, and ends up pawing food onto the floor to eat it off the ground. It was never mess, it was avoidance. So just swap the deep bowl for a shallow, wide dish or even a flat plate and let the whiskers sit in open air. You'll find the mess stops that very same day. Number 6. The little changes you make to your cat's day. Take a perfectly healthy cat and change just one thing. Feed it late, move the furniture around, or let a guest stay the weekend. Researchers at Ohio State University did exactly that, and the cats started vomiting, refusing their food, and hiding, looking for all the world like they were genuinely sick. But they weren't sick at all. They were stressed. Because a cat's whole body runs on prediction, and as long as the pattern holds, it feels safe. Break that pattern, though, and its stress hormones climb until a perfectly healthy animal starts to look and feel ill. To you, none of these small changes seem like a big deal, but your cat absorbs every single one of them in silence. So anchor the things that matter most. Feed at the same times, keep the food and litter box in fixed spots, and leave one corner of its world untouched whenever everything else shifts. Number 7. Everything you do to make your home smell nice. Most owners never realize this. A cat's sense of smell can be up to 40 times sharper than your own. So now think about what you're actually putting into the air. The plug-in by the litter box, the lavender-scented litter, the citrus spray that keeps your cat off the counter. To you, the home finally smells clean, but to your cat, it smells overwhelming, like a floodlight switched on in a dark room. Because lavender, citrus, and synthetic fresheners don't read as clean to a cat. They read as a fog it simply can't escape. And it has to live inside that fog all day long, with no window to open. So the place that should feel safest becomes the place it can least relax. The fix is to strip the scent right out. Unscented litter, no plug-ins near your cat's core areas, and no citrus sprays. Let your home smell like nothing, because to your cat, nothing is peace. Number 8. The hiding spot your cat doesn't have. Ask yourself one simple thing. When your cat is overwhelmed, where does it actually go? Because if the honest answer is nowhere, then that right there is the problem. A hiding place isn't a luxury for a cat. It's how a cat brings itself back down. Researchers at Utrecht University gave newly arrived shelter cats nothing more than a simple box to hide in. And the cats with a box were visibly calmer and settled in far faster than the cats without one. Height does the very same job. A cat that can get above the room can see trouble coming, which is exactly why yours climbs to the top of the wardrobe. So take away the high spots and the hideaways, and you take away the main way it soothes itself. Give it both instead. A cleared shelf, a cat tree, or even just a cardboard box on its side. One place up high, one place tucked away, and both of them off limits to everyone else. Number 9. And this is the one you'd never suspect. Because this week, you probably did something kind. The bed went into the wash. The spots your cat rubs against got wiped down. You scrubbed the whole home until it shone, and you were proud of it. But to your cat, you erased a map. You see, cats have scent glands in their cheeks, and when your cat rubs its face against a doorway or a chair leg, a habit called bunting, it's quietly marking that spot as safe. The researcher, Dr. Patrick Paget, was the first to map these calming facial scents. And your cat spends months laying down an invisible trail of that safe smell all across your home. Then one deep clean wipes it blank. So it walks back into a place that should feel like home, only to find its own reassurance gone. And so it starts all over again, re-rubbing every surface, slowly rebuilding the safety you scrubbed away with the best of intentions. which means the cleaner your home looks to you, the more foreign it can quietly feel to your cat. So when you clean, just leave one thing untouched. Don't wash the bed and the favorite blanket in the same week. Rotate them instead, and always keep one scent anchor in place so the map is never erased all at once. So go back to this morning, back to that look you held a second too long, certain it was love. Because to your cat, it was simply one more thing to read and to forgive. None of these 9 habits is cruelty. Every one of them is care, just aimed a few degrees off from what your cat actually needs. And your cat never told you. It can't. It just takes in each small stress and stays anyway, because staying with you is still the safest thing it knows. So you don't have to be a perfect owner. You only have to start reading the animal that has spent its whole life reading you. It's been speaking this entire time. And today is the day you finally listen back. So before you go, tell me one thing. Out of all 9, which one were you doing today before you knew what it meant? Drop the number in the comments below, and I promise you, I read every single one. Then subscribe to Cat Analyze, so the next time your cat does something strange, you won't misread it. You'll already understand.